This is an excellent rectangle. Stop pooping.
Welcome in, everyone, to another Akward Family Gathering with your host, Coffee McGee. I mean, Akward Hero. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you got as much rest yesterday as I did. I zoned out. I pretty much turned off every electronic from when I woke up until about 7 p.m. And it was fantastic. It was wonderful. It was great to just shut off my brain and enjoy. Just that's all. Just do nothing. Awkward wife laid on the couch next to me. I played a lot of Wind Waker. A lot. I think I figured it out to be 10 hours. 10 hours of Wind Waker, which, like, I'm not upset about. I forgot how much I loved that game, by the way. That's such a good game. Probably top 3. And I remember being so skeptical of it because it was so cartoony. But it is by far one of my favorite. I know a lot of people love Twilight Princess. And don't get me wrong, I do too. But probably not top 5 for me. But Wind Waker, top 5, 100%. Controversial take there. I know. And I wish they would give Toon Link another really developed game. Minish Cap and Spirit Tracks I don't count. Because they just... And maybe this is my thing with most of the Legend of Zeldas that are on handhelds. I feel like they're only part of a game. Like there's more that could be there, but we're going to give you half a game and call it good. And the only one I give an exception to that, and only to a degree, is Link's Awakening. But lo and behold, we're not playing Legend of Zelda. Maybe we will. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Hi, Desert Rose. Welcome in. What are you guys' thoughts? Should we do a Legend of Zelda playthrough? I can play most of them. Maybe. I do need to bring my Switch to in here. There's what? What? Huh? Claw? Key? I don't know. All right. So today we're going to be playing. Oh, no, I was just saying, should we play Zelda? Not today. We're playing Minecraft today. It was just kind of I was talking about how yesterday I kind of just shut off. We didn't do anything. Akward wife hung out on the couch and I played video games. Came in at the end. That makes sense. And so I was like, I forgot how much I really loved Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And just sailing the high seas. And I wish Toon Link would get another high-end title. But that's just me. Anyways, we're going to be hopping back into the Minecraft server. For those who don't know, you too can join the Discord server to play the Minecraft. That's not what I meant to say. You too can join the Minecraft server by joining the Discord. That's what I wanted to say. So you hop in the Discord, with the link I just posted in chat. And from there, if you can't find it, you can also find it in my bio. And that'll take you to the Discord server. You gotta verify that you're human and that you'll follow the rules. And then you're gonna add the Minecraft role after you verify. So a little bit of a process, but it's mostly to keep out the trolls. 'Cause there's trolls in the dungeon. Thought you ought to know. Anyway, so yeah, that's just to keep my sanity, because running a Discord server is a lot. So this is it, the Akward server.
Akward wife has entered the stream.
Ooh, you had a troll yesterday? Was that the one when I walked in and you kind of rolled your eyes and were just like, don't worry about it? You know, there's this quick little button you can press called ban. Highly recommend it. As well as for any new streamer. The ban button is fun. Oh, I did quickly. Ooh, I was there. Trolls are fun. They're my favorite. That and people who want to sell me their graphic designs as though I'm not a graphic designer. Oh, one of those whack jobs. Well, I don't read the Bible much, but I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. Oh, they must be underneath. I'm like, why do I hear things? Okay, how many times am I gonna throw the shovel today? That's the big question. I barely got to read it. Yeah. Politics RL. Of course, that's usually what I'm reading before I start stream is some politic posting. In fact, I was getting annoyed with my FYP yesterday. Because I realize how much political content I ingest and therefore have to endure. We need friends. Nobody replies. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like that's the job market as a whole. The amount of jobs I applied for prior to moving here, quite a bit. The amount of replies I got, quite a few. Very few. And you would think I read that and I thought you were saying he was trying to be a certified nurse. I'm like, that's a career change. Then right now. I just realized right now. I mean, no judgment. I went into teaching. But yeah, that's kind of been, that's what made me decide, okay, I guess streaming and working as an online educator is my second job now. Because ain't nobody replying to those jobs they need immediate fills for. Oh yeah, and our business. Me every time I do have quite a few certificates. Let's see. I have, well, no, all of my Adobe ones expired this last week or so. I was a certified Adobe video designer and visual designer for the last 3 years, though. I just sent out a quality testing from my quality testing shirts today. Ooh, fun. I have designs for you. I'm not happy with them, and that's why I haven't sent them. I want them to do more. But I also need to do things like get my kids registered for school, so probably shouldn't have taken the day off, but my sanity dictated it. And my ankle. I swear, getting old sucks. I have to print every day or the printer breaks because of the ink. Yep. That's the fun part. I used to have to do that with my school's poster printer. Didn't have to be much, just has to get the tubes running. Because that stuff, it's not fun to fix either. Oof. so I can print and show you. Yeah. Takes 2 minutes for an 8x8 size. Oh yeah. I believe it. Printing was the other route I was gonna go a while back, but it's expensive. It's an expensive. So then I went vinyl, which is still expensive. No. Stop trying to be my friend. I don't want to be your friend. All right. Oh, I already had a bunch. Duh. I forgot. Mm-hmm. Let's make some shovels. Boom. Oop. Can't click off the screen like that. Now you got me. I'm sure we can do exchanges. Yeah. 100%. 100%. I'm working on the coins. I did my test coin today, or going to do it today, for Akward Wife. Actually, it's for Brick and Board Studio, but that's beside the point. Make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. I did. It's going well. I had to do some upgrades to the machine. Because you can't. So I've been adding light to. Oh, there we go. That's number 2 of me throwing my tools instead of opening inventory. So words. Thinking hard. What was I? Oh, so I had to do upgrades to the printer because I've been putting a light on top of it to make it possible to see. And so I bought some LED lights to intertwine and make it super bright. But now it doesn't turn off unless I turn off the whole printer. So I have to work through that. But in the meantime, now I don't need that light there. So that's one less headache. Which is good. So I'm going through and I'm just doing that. So the next step is to go through and print the coins. And there's supposedly there's a way that you tell it to pause mid-print. And then from there, you can go in and like make a modification. So I designed the coin to allow me to add the NFC sticker in the middle with a small little thing. And so I just need to go in and add the pause to it, which is good. It's all just me going in and doing that. And I know how to do it. I figured out everything. I've tested it. I just need to finish testing. So everything should work well. Everything should work nice. And then if it does, I'm going to go in and 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. Boom. I'm going to go in and do kind of just some last minute things, and then I'll batch print them, which will be nice. So I'm going to make a couple more designs. One for Akward Hero that I'll give out at TwitchCon. One for Desert. Well, I'll make a design for Desert. I don't know how many. Not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For those who aren't regular Minecrafters, what I'm doing is I'm adding light so that mobs can't spawn. Oop, didn't mean to put that there. So yeah, so that'll be the next step. So I'm gonna make, I'm also talking to some content creator friends because we're trying to promote some of these things that we make. Not that Pokemon isn't a lucrative business. We're about to do our quarter end earnings, and it can be. It can absolutely be lucrative. But yeah. It's just we want to do more. Yeah, it's still very much a baby company, and we still did very well for the quarter. Or I just had really low expectations. One of the two is the case. Still haven't made money over our investment, but we did pretty well. We put in, I think overhead we are like 6K still under from our initial investment. But this last week we had a huge pickup in sales. Akward wife is getting dressed to go mail all the deliveries right now.
Yep, apparently there's also a Pokemon restock at Costco.
Oh, okay.
Today as well.
Well, that's in 30 minutes. Have fun.
It's 1 per member, so
Oh, it shouldn't be too bad then.
it shouldn't be too bad.
That's our struggle right now. Oh, that was us in April. Absolutely. We spent so much money to the point where, okay, so the initial investment was 25K from my retirement. Now, I want to disclose this. We still have 12K just in our savings. So I didn't spend it all. We spent about a half. And we've had to reinvest a lot of pieces, and we're sitting on about 5K 4K in stock. And then we made about 4K, 4 or 5K. I won't know. The quarter doesn't end till tomorrow. I've been calculating it, but I think it said we did almost 4K in product sales. That's not profit, by the way. That's including the cost of the products, but I'm based on the numbers I did last night, I am still doing better than my investment. Well, I mean, Desert, this was my retirement money. I took it out of my retirement account. I took about half of my retirement account and then I put it in this business. So far, I don't even have a retirement. I was forced to have a retirement account at the age of 25. That's the thing about working in public service is you're usually part of the public service retirement fund. And so your employer matches, but you're required, in Arizona, it was 12%. I was required to take out 12% of my paycheck. So at the time, I was really pissed about it because I wasn't making a whole lot of money at the time. And so it was really rough. Now I'm grateful. Now, it's honestly what's made it's what's made everything in the last few years possible. It's not done great. It's actually kind of disappointing how little it performed over the years. And I closed that account and just put it in which means I won't get a pension, quote unquote pension. It's not really a pension. So we're saving costs by working under his LLC. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that was a huge cost of it. I think I spent like $1,500 on doing the licensing and all that. That took forever too. And then I screwed up the paperwork and had to do more. Because I filed a use tax instead of a sales tax. Luckily, I got the sales tax approval same day, so it wasn't the end of the world. But I get to go do a bunch of that. I'm basically I'm the money guy. I've been the one handling the finances and the legal paperwork and all the boring stuff. And I don't hate it. Like, I really enjoy doing it. Makes me wonder if I got in the wrong career. All right, we're filling up this hole. Like we do. Ads are about to start, y'all. If you're on the TikTok side and would like to double tap that screen, be greatly appreciated. E. Not Q, E. One day I'll get this. And thank you guys for supporting me by sticking through the ads. It does help this small content creator pay his bills and go to graduate school. So thank you. Last night, Akward niece was like, hey, can the Akward kids play Mario Kart? At like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, yeah, sure. It's Sunday. They got nowhere to be. So we log on, get it all set up. And my kids normally go to bed. Before we moved, they would go to bed at 7:38. After we moved, a lot of the neighborhood kids stay outside till about 8:30. So we extended it to they can stay outside till about 8. It's summer anyway, it's not a big deal. And then yesterday they stayed up till almost 10. And my sister-in-law has to work today, and she was like, the kids wanted to keep going. I think they would have kept going till midnight, 1 o'clock if we let them. My sister-in-law was like, I gotta work tomorrow, guys. But we can do a movie night or something. Because she goes on her hiatus. She gets a summer break. She works for a school district as a overseeing the events and such. So she gets to enjoy that break soon, but not quite yet. All right, we're doing okay. We're getting this area flat. Have fun, drive safe, don't do anything stupid. Remember, we don't have money till TikTok pays us. Which hopefully will be tomorrow. Which hopefully will be tomorrow. That's the only thing that's kind of weird. And difficult. So when you're doing a processor like TikTok, they hold your funds in case there's anyone who does buyback. They are chargeback. So they hold it for a certain amount of time, and that depends on your rating. So if you're a good vendor and you turn out your products and you get a good review, you get a higher score, you get a faster payout. But because we're so new, the first week it was 30 days. And then the reviews started coming in for us for our first products, and then it went up to like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and that made a huge difference. And now it's 5 days after delivery. So, which is nice. So because we took the 2 weeks off, we haven't made any money, but we had to spend a bunch on things to adjust to our new setup. Nothing crazy, but like my wife needed a new monitor mount because the one she had wouldn't work with the desk she has now. We both had to get desks because mine was destroyed. In fact, it cut me open several times over my streaming career start. So I got a new desk. So it's just stuff like that. Small stuff like that. But it was probably $1,000 worth of expenses when we moved. Which we made back this week, so it's not too bad. but we haven't been paid for that. And the first items were delivered like last Monday. So we're finally going to get a payout, which is nice. But we have right now pending $3,000 sitting on TikTok. It's like a good, bad problem. So we're just waiting for that money to roll in. So because we need to get new product. Yeah. Yeah. That's how much product we've moved in the last week and 3 days. We've moved $3,000 worth of product, which is great, but also we gotta wait. Because yeah, it's however many days after the customer gets the product. So for us, it's only 5, which is nice. Morning, Doc. Hope you're doing well. So much room for activities. How do you ship it all? You probably hold up the post office. Not really. So we use a company called Pirate Ship. And so we do all of our labels ahead of time. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried about you this weekend. Because pneumonia is not fun. So yeah, there's this company called Pirate Ship. We bought a little cheapy shipping label printer. And basically from there, we print all the labels, buy them on Pirate Ship for about... Most of the stuff we ship is small, so we only spend about $4 to $5 on most shipping labels. I have to look into the Card Guardian because it is heavier, but it's not that heavy, so I don't know. But most other things, $4 to $5 for shipping labels. So we do all that at home, and then from there we just drop it. We literally just go drop it off. So it takes us about 2 minutes once there. And yeah, that was really a good investment. The only thing I regret about it is we should have got one that was compatible with Mac. It's not the end of the world because Mac had a workaround, but you have to use a specific program to print our shipping labels with Mac. So that's the only downside. But yeah, so I think all in all, it takes, in a given night, takes about an hour to do all the shipping labels. Actually, I can look right now. Because we did them last night, and I get an email every time we process it. So, took Akward Y 45 minutes yesterday to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 orders. So it's not too bad. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes per order. It also depends on the size of the order, is part of it. Actually, that's not a lie. 16. There's 16 orders. So several people will do 2-3 orders in a night. Because some of our products, like the hidden hits packs, it's basically like a small version of a Pokemon pack, but you get vintage and higher value cards. Curated by Akward Wife. She goes and hunts. She spends way too much time hunting for these cards. She loves it. She thinks it's so much fun because she gets to see all these cards from like Neo Genesis, Old Wizard of the Coast Prince. So she loves it. And she just goes in and will buy a bunch from them and then make them into these packs. And you're basically guaranteed some of these older full art cards or even newer full art cards, EXs, things people want. And that's kind of like this little perk of it, is that people get these cards that they want rather than getting a bunch of the same cards over and over again. And I think a lot of people are really tired of like when people do those batch polls. 4. Cool. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because a lot of the time you see the same card over and over. Oh gosh, ankle biter. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No, I missed it. I don't know. Does he follow me down? No. Whew. Oh, but there's a creeper in the middle of my village. Great. Whew. Made it. Must be nice to... Clearly, we need to add more light down here. Guess I could lure him into the river. Come on. Woo! Oh. That was my failure to plan. Oops. Good thing I have a whole bunch of chicken. Should like look behind me. Speaking of Doc, there's Doc's house right there. And Abzu. All right, so right now I'm just gonna put something there because clearly we didn't have enough light over here. So for those who don't know, light lowers the possibility of spawning. Might also help to fill some of these random holes I have. So, there. That reduces some of the issue. All right. Away we go. Eventually, I'll come finish this area too. One thing at a time. Whee! So apparently the Etsy account. What? What? Are you sure this wasn't some spam email that you got? Because I get those a lot. That and Photo Bucket, I created an account a long time ago, like 2007, I think. It was ages ago. And they send me an email like once a week. Hey, we're going to delete your account if you don't do anything. I've been getting that email for 2 years. No, I used the app to buy some crochet patterns, and in order to download the files, you have to use their website. Ah. I see. And so you log in. So I try to log in the website. It tells me I can't because my account is banned. Oh no. That reminds me, after stream, I need to call the bank. Make it make sense. It doesn't. No, it doesn't make sense. I feel like, now don't get me wrong, there's legitimate things, steps that companies have been taking because people on the internet suck. But I also feel like it's so subjective at times and leaves no room for the nuance that is life. You know? And then it gets really tricky. Because random people get banned for random things. That is an instance of not random things to get banned for. Thanks, Siri bot. Good bot. Yes, I stopped my deconstruction just to tell Siri bot they were a good bot. Surprise. And Siri moved faster than Streamlabs. Usually Streamlabs is pretty on top of that. But that's a reason to be banned. That's a good reason to be banned. E. E for equipment. Sorry, I keep throwing my tools because I played so much Satisfactory the other day. There are more patterns that I want, but I'm gonna have to hold off. Yeah, I mean, if you can't even get the files. Because I'd say just make another one. But also, it doesn't really solve the problem of why is my account banned? It's probably something stupid too, like your debit card expired and it tried to process something or did like a check and then you violated terms of service or something. This account has lists of stuff I want, but we never buy. Oh, well. I mean, that's important too. I call that my Steam account. I have so many. I was going through and looking at the wish list. I was like, it's my digital ADHD pile. Hey, I mean, that's a way to save money, you know? For those who don't know, the Steam summer sale has kicked off. Don't know how you don't know, because I get emails about it all the time from Steam. And this is the time I mean, there's four of these sales a year. And the summer sale is one of the times I usually start to add to the backlog that is my game list. And I was really close to buying a game until I realized how hateful it was, how hateful the developer was. And I mean, I'm not always the best when it comes to staying on top of those sort of things. But like this one was just kind of blatantly racist and homophobic and just at it all. So decided to delete that off my wish list and block the game entirely. Oh no. GC's been playing Monster Hunter while it looks like it's not my kind of game, but it does look fun. I will say that. The one I keep looking at and going back and forth on is Expedition 33. But my hesitation is every single time I play an RPG like that, I tend to get lost in strategy and figuring out strategy and like contemplating it. And it's better when I play them after I've already played them, or when I just stream them after I've already played them, which makes it harder to justify spending the money. Unfortunately. All right. Well, we're making progress. So I was reading this theory about Minecraft. How people love it, but they can only love it in about 2 weeks sprints. And then they get tired of it. And so, but they'll like go hardcore on it for about 2 weeks. And then they hit a wall. So that's why I'm just going to do Minecraft Mondays. In my thought that if I only play on Mondays for 4 hours, I might not get sick of it. Might. Might is the key word there. Well, I don't remember doing that, but we have a giant pit. And instantly, Andy Dwyer's song about a pit just popped in my head. Oh, hoppy down. Hop down. Get hurt. Now time for the big hop down. Whee! Every time I fall down that tunnel, I just see the... All I do is see the coal that I have not mined. Alright, sleep through the night. Get it rejuvenated. Boom. Everything can burn now. Mwah. Mwah. Brrr to you too. I love that GC installed that elevator. I don't know what I'd do without it. Wait, do we have any more pickaxes? No, we do not. Time to go make some more. Ho ho. All right. Do 4. Okay, so we got 4. That's what I want. Yep, okay. Well, Streamlabs, that's weird because I'm still streaming. So how are you giving me data for my latest stream? Oh no, my email's just catching up from the day. It must be from Saturday's stream. All right, let's get this all knocked out. Welcome back. Did it cut out? I didn't get a single warning. That's so weird. Did it cut out? Huh. Cut out and the live closed on me. Well, that would explain the email I just got. Saying that I ended. I didn't get a warning. I didn't get anything. Oh, yeah. It thought I left completely. I didn't get... If I did, it's news to me. Streamlabs didn't say anything. Twitch didn't say anything. No, it logged me out or kicked me off it too. Weird. That's so weird. Well, and that's the funny part is I just hardwired it. I just hardwired my internet connection, so it was supposed to be more stable, not less. And no one's home, so like it's not like that's what the reason. I don't know. Clearly I did though, because my timer reset. And I got an email from Streamlabs that I ended stream. So I don't know. I do not know. I'm just going to go back to mining. Thanks. Yeah, I got an email while I was in the middle of this. Apparently, when I disconnected, I got an email that said, here's the stats from your latest stream. I'm like, that's weird. Guess it's just catching up. Nope, it completely disconnected, and I have no way of knowing. Even Twitch shows that I had consistent kilobytes per second. I don't know. I have no answer. I have no answer. I'm just a boy streaming on the internet for all to see. Yeah. Only thing I can think it is that I know for a lot of places the temperatures are rising, which means that can affect the fiber optics and stuff. So that's the only thing I can think of is the weird, because yeah, the other day Akward Wife dropped while she was trying to sell Pokemans. Yesterday she had a hiccup as well. And we haven't had any issues. And I just paid to upgrade our Wi-Fi because of the data limits they put in. That's the only thing I can think of is heat does affect wiring, but that still seems kind of weird. Look at us digging like we've never dug before. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Monday. Hopefully we're not having we're having the easiest of days this Monday with all the, I have to go buy new RAM chips for my kid's computer. I was actually thinking about upgrading mine and I have no reason to do it. Except for that I want to be able to do more things all at the same time. It's my Friday, so it's already a good day. Yay! I love when a Monday is a Friday. Yeah, once school starts, my days shift slightly. My Mondays, and I'll have Monday through Thursday is school, but Monday, Wednesday, Thursday are all afternoon classes, so I have my mornings free. Until I get my work schedule, that is, from the university. And so that's, and then what is it? Fridays and Saturdays are flex days. So some days I'll have to work, some days I won't. I won't have class on Fridays, but I will have other things like load-ins and such. And then Saturday is usually tech, so it's the same sort of thing. So basically the only day I kind of have guaranteed off is Sunday. And that'll likely be homework day. No, we will incorporate some co-working streams. I'm trying to get that fixed in the future. My hope is that those will work out to be Tuesday streams. Or Wednesday streams. But we'll see. I've never tried to maintain an online schedule while also going to school. So that's new. Update my payment with Passion Flicks. Doc, what are you watching? I mean, you do you. No, that's actually a problem I've been running into quite a bit. So my debit card, nothing. My debit card expired on June 1st. We moved June 4th. And they never sent me an updated debit card. So I haven't had a debit card to my bank account that I've had for 16 years. And so I have to go, and it's only, you can only get it in Phoenix. So it's not like a national bank. It's a local credit union that I haven't been local to in a long time. So my favorite book series, and it's pretty spicy alpha male stuff. Well, you enjoy that. I have no opinions on it either way. Because in the Akward family gathering, we don't judge. We support. There we go. Got my iron ore. What book series is it though? My wife gave me a hard time yesterday, or I think it was Saturday, because I mixed up Akatar and Throne of Glass. So I was judged. I was judged, but I don't judge others. Oh, it was Friday, because it was when Jackie was doing her Sims build of Throne of Glass. It's doing it again? What? What? Oh yeah, it's just I'm flat out offline. What the hell? Hello? It's just no, it's flat out kicking me off. It's Twitch. Huh. That's crazy. That's so weird. So apparently Twitch keeps kicking me off. And I don't know why. Welcome back. Because I just double checked both YouTube and TikTok. No issues. So that is weird, folks. Absolutely bonkers. Yep. According to, yeah, YouTube says I haven't had an interruption. Weird. I don't know. Hopefully you're back. Maybe I'll just end early today. I don't know how to fix it. It's just gonna keep kicking me off. Oh, well, for those who are still with me, welcome in to another Akward family gathering. I'm your host, Akward Hero, variety streamer, and resident weirdo. Just here. We are doing our Minecraft Monday. And apparently Twitch just likes to disconnect. So if you're on the TikTok side or on the YouTube side, welcome. If you're on the Twitch side, go you! Because I don't know what's going on. I can't fix it because it's not a me issue. Though I am now hardwired and I decided to hardwire and use Wi-Fi. I doubt that'll fix it, but it'll make me feel like I'm controlling something. Because obviously I have no control over what's going on. But my understanding is I'm not the only one who's been having these issues. So. Oh, you. Goodbye. Whee. Thank you guys for sticking around. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard other people saying they've had some issues with Twitch. So it doesn't surprise me. But I also don't know what to do about it, you know? Like, I can't just... So, I'll probably just end the stream early today. If it happens again, I might just wrap up. Not even bother to raid out, because it'll drop you all. But yeah, it's only one platform. That's doing it. So, can't fix that. And on the day I thought about splitting out my platforms and using 3 different organizers. Maybe we can get more of this flattened out first, at least. Let's go make some shovels. For those who don't know, this is our Discord community server on Minecraft. So I spent my own personal monies and I bought a Minecraft server so that the community could build and have fun and do all the crazy things that is the Minecrafts. And because of that, we started to build a whole Minecraft village, which is down there. You can see some of the buildings made. You have an orchard. We have a little farm. We have some houses. A lot of sugar cane. Because that was my first automation project ever. Helped with the courtesy that is the Mr. GC. And so that's that. This started out as a team Discord server, or I keep saying Discord. Started as a team Minecraft server, but then we expanded it to a community, and then it was pretty much my community that was using it. So I kind of took it over after our team kind of disbanded. And I say disbanded very loosely because we all still talk and collaborate. We just don't have the same team name. Actually, I think we still do have the same team name. I can see my house from here. Yeah. Doc was the second house added. Well, technically, there's like 5 houses, but I built all those. Second community house added. Abzu the Noodle was the first. And GC decided to make his own little village himself. I moved it though. I picked another spot away from the stupid llama. Yeah, you and that llama have some beef. I don't know what that's about. And completely can play whenever. It's open 24/7. All you have to do is follow the instructions on the Discord server. Wait, I haven't seen it. It banned because you said Vritum. Yeah, Abzu. I saw Abzu recently in someone's stream, but I think they're just kind of keeping to themselves and enjoying life. From what I've seen, I'm in their Discord server. They haven't really posted much of anything. So that's always kind of my assumption is Streaming isn't for the is a tough gig, and sometimes you just need to step away. And life happens. Several of my current team members have been having reasons to step away from streaming. I think that's just kind of the but I can say bullshit. You're absolutely right. You can. I've tried to refine. Added permitted term ride him. Apparently now anyone can say ride him. So there you go. I haven't had time to stream. I spend my days off catching up on sleep. Yeah, that's, I mean, I think every time I take a break, I think about how much time I could get back if I just stopped. Because the amount of time I mean, and I haven't been doing it as well in recent months, but the amount of time I spent on content creation and all that jazz goes way, way deep. But I'm working on getting back into it. I'm trying to make a work schedule for myself, as if I worked from home kind of thing. So, but I mean, it's just a weird balance, because it's not just one work from home job, it's like 3, because I have our business, and then I have Akward Hero, and then I have my 3D printing and OutSchool. So it's like I have a lot of little jobs that hopefully pay for itself eventually. But, you know, just doing my best. I'm just a boy doing my best. Until the internet cuts out again. We'll see. We're gonna wish good internets today. Maybe that's it. May always does a ritual before they start streaming, and they haven't streamed in a week. Maybe that's what's making the internet gods mad. And I better always set up bots and stuff. I want visual setup like Jackie, but I'm not technically savvy that way. I mean, it's the stuff only because Jackie and I started a partnership, just kind of being a support group for each other. And the stuff Jackie does, it looks really hard, but it's not. It's a pain. It's definitely a pain. I won't lie. But I know she has an artist that helps her with a lot of her graphics. And the rest of it is basically Stream Elements, Streamlabs. Yeah, you can absolutely do Canva for layouts. I do mine. I've done mine personally, but I've also used Streamlabs for it. But yeah, Canva's definitely a great free way to go. They actually have if I remember correctly, they have a template, but even if they don't, you just use the YouTube template, and that makes it the right dimensions. In fact, that's one of the video things I'm working on right now, is how to stream on a budget. because that's what took me so long to get into streaming, was not having money. If I'm being perfectly real. It was the same reason why I actually got into podcasts a while back ago, was I had a Mac, so there was only thing I needed was a mic. And there's a built one in on your Mac. So I didn't need to worry about it. Yeah. So you use if you use the in Canva, you can tell it to create a video for you using the dimensions of YouTube. And that would be the same dimensions you would use for an HD screen. And so that's what you can use for a layout, essentially, because it's 1920 by 1080. You can also just specify that in Canva. So like I create my own custom ones, custom things in Canva all the time. And I just type in the dimensions as 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. And that's the beauty of Canva, is that there's a lot to choose because it's such a huge library of stuff. So definitely a great way to get started. Get it started. And I think that's, for a lot of people, that's really the hindrance. The first thing that gets in people's way. Yeah, I mean, there is. And that's the thing. Just get one on to start. And then once you get going, like I remember my earliest layout was the most basic crap. I have a YouTube video because I dual stream, and I tried that for a while, and then my internet couldn't handle it, so I stopped. But I have one of my earliest streams is on YouTube still to this day. I even joked about getting rid of it. But my my son the other day was like, "Hey, can I watch your stream?" And I said, "Sure." So let's see, where is it? There it is. And okay, Streamlabs. Capture. Oh, it does this every time. That one? Nope. Doesn't label my monitors right. So now you're seeing everything in the background. So this was... I don't even know what this was a clip. Oh, that's what it was. I just thought it was really funny. He danced around. This was my first layout. Originally, it was going to be Akward Family Gaming. The whole family was going to be involved. See, this is back when I had 8 followers. And I made the background. I made all of it. It was not great. It was okay. You know, I mean, it's nice. It's just, you can't really see the game. My picture, in the upper left corner was where my camera was, but my camera wasn't working that day. So that's why you don't see it. But it was simple. And then I realized I could be more efficient people want to see the game more, stuff like that. Small things, nothing crazy. I definitely like to go back and look at this stuff and see what was happening. Oh, here's a better this was the full layout. There we go. This was the full layout. Back when Akward wife and I shared an office. So that's her computer. That's her computer set up behind me. Yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah, it's not that it was bad. It was just it came a long way. But yeah, I made all. That was the thing, was, and still is one of my hangups to this day, is I feel a need to make everything, which takes time. And especially when I was teaching full time, there wasn't time to make stuff, because I was having to make all my stuff for teaching and be a parent and all the other stuff. So if you don't have a hang up like that, I recommend just take a template that's out there, use it, spend your time going through and really thinking about what you want to do. The hardest skill, I think, for anyone streaming, though, hands down, is talking. And remembering you're the entertainment, not the game. Like, don't get me wrong, you guys are here to see the game, but if you've ever seen, I don't usually appear on stream. Yeah, and honestly, I've thought about just getting rid of the camera. It doesn't really, like, maybe do like camera at the beginning and then just being a floating voice. But the camera adds a lot of headache, because cameras can't go into multiple platforms. So, for instance, with TikTok, I really would prefer to use TikTok's TikTok Studio Live, because it's named with the platform and therefore it's going to be better for the platform. Problem is, you have to extend the camera to a virtual camera for that to work. And it's, yeah, shut up, dog. I've seen you IRL. Shut up. You're just full of it. You're a very good-looking individual. That's what I will say. Anyway, but you need to basically, it requires a lot of like forethought and how to make that connection work. You're welcome. I mean, if I can be on the internet, anyone can be. So that's my hiccup, is that I want to use like the native platforms because it's just gonna do better, but it requires a lot of this forethinking, and I'm trying to simplify things as much as I am trying to make things more elaborate. And then I found out also yesterday that the circuit to my kitchen and the circuit to this room are connected, even though on the opposite ends of the house. So I think it's like left side, right side of the apartment, or front and back technically. But we blew a circuit yesterday. Granted, it's just because of the toaster oven, nothing else. And the toaster oven has blown circuits several times. So, might be a toaster oven problem. Also, it's a 15 amp circuit, and everywhere we've lived up to this point has been a 20 amp circuit. Without the kitchen tripping the breaker. Yeah. So that's, and there's not as many circuits. I found this out yesterday. There's only, I think, 8 circuits for the whole apartment. Which, like, not horrible, but our last apartment was 15, I think. Because there's 1 for each room, 2 for the living room, 1 for the kitchen, 2 for the dryer, which is normal, 2 for the oven, again, normal. But I've also, so like this apartment has a gas stove. Never have had a gas stove before, which, not a fan. I know a lot of people like cooking with gas, not a fan. But it is cheaper. I will say that. All right, we're doing, I'm actually really happy with our progress today. Only been at it for, oh, we're halfway through stream. Though I might end early today because I'm just, as I've been talking, I'm like, oh, I have to do this today. Oh, I have to do that today. I have to get my new hire paperwork done. I have to, but I'm paranoid because my father accidentally hit the knob and the house filled with gas all. Oh, man. Yeah, that's honestly, that's my fear too. And I've never done that. There was one time we were somewhere that had a gas stove, and it wasn't like a normal thing for us. And I think one of the kids was really little and started to play with the knob, or we were with someone who had kids. I don't remember the details. But my kids are not aware of their surroundings at all. And so I constantly will go and check those knobs. But we have the windows open most of the day. So at the same time, the only time it'd be an issue is at night. But there's a carbon. I keep trying to tell myself there's a carbon monoxide alarm. It's going to be fine. But yeah, I check them constantly. Because also, if you've never owned a gas stove, you won't understand. Walking by it from time to time, it does smell like gas. Like there's gas running all the time. Because the pilot light's going. And so, yeah. I hate it. I absolutely am not a fan of it. I want an electric stove. But lo and behold, I'm here. I'm in an apartment that has said, hey, we have a gas stove. You need to get over it. It is a heck of a lot cheaper, though. I think I've spent $4 on gas for the month. Conversely, I think I spent like $80 on electricity. But I haven't had to pay for electricity individually in 3 years. Because our last apartment, it was included in your rent. So I just don't know. Maybe I don't have a grasp on how much electricity costs anymore. You know? Maybe that's the problem. Who knows? Who knows? Got some more iron. They said it was silly to try and knock out the mountain. Yet here we are. Doing it. So yeah, that's I'm not a fan. But at the same time, it is what I got. So I'm going to deal with it. Hope you're all doing well. Looks like ads have started for those of you on Twitch. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and tap that screen if you're enjoying what you like, because I'd appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to do better. Yeah, I guess it might be. I mean, it makes sense because electricity is a lot more expensive to produce, from what I understand, here in California. So it was a bigger, older thing, and a lot of the buildings are older. Hi. Any luck? Yeah. I see. Okay, we're just gonna put some torches down. Kind of willy-nilly. Just to kind of help with the not spawning in the area. Get the mobs leaving me alone. Boom. I was building a house and something kept attacking me. Oh no. And it wasn't the llama? Some kind of... Oh yeah, if you don't sleep. So that's why I'll go to sleep. If you don't sleep regularly, it will... Ow. Buddy. This ain't cool. Those things will come and attack you. I learned that from when we were working on the wall. All right, I'm done with you. To the hole! Yeah. So that's kind of the fun, not fun part. But apparently they only spawn if you don't sleep. So is what someone told me. I think it was GC. But they can also give you wings or something like that. See, that's the thing. Oops. Fix that sign. GC. Akward house. Daddy? Actually, sleeping with a turkey leg in your hand. Yeah, that's what I call life. I think that's why I like medieval games, because you can eat turkey legs. And boy, am I a sucker for turkey legs. Got this. We're going to get this done. We're going to get this done before nightfall. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. But yeah, I think that's why I like medieval games. Went in a park and I had to pass. I think they have turkey legs and no utensils. I've never been to medieval times. I was supposed to go for a FBLA trip, but then the district said I couldn't go because I didn't work for them anymore. So my students had qualified for nationals while I was still teaching there. And then I was offered a job getting paid like 30,000 more a year. So I couldn't turn it down. And they all qualified. I was really excited for them. They wanted me to go. My CT director even wanted me to go. They're like, you're not an employee anymore. You can't be the authorized chaperone. And like, I get that. It's a good thing. Student safety. I'm not mad at my district for it, but it was so disappointing because it was such a great group of students. Granted, it was going to San Antonio, so it wasn't, I mean, it was exciting, but not exciting. You know? Do I have any more? Oh, I'm out of pickaxes. Here we go. Oof. Almost fell down the hole. Giggity. All right. Okay, we're out of sticks. Oh no, we're out of sticks. Guess we'll go find a tree. Wait. Assuming I don't already have it. I do have trees. No, wait. It's this. All good, Doc. See you soon. See you when you get back. Okay. We got... Boom. We're going to have sticks galore. Look at all those sticks. Whoa! get rid of that. Boom. Boom. Went the dynamite. Okay. Going to replace that. I'm going to store a bunch of these sticks in here because I really don't need them in my inventory. And then go to, we need some shovels. Like that. That. Boom. Onward. Okay. Let's do some more shovel work. See, my goal is just knock out as much as I can. I don't care what it is. I'm honestly just amazed at how far along this has come. This was a mountain, guys. This wasn't like something that was like half flat and I have to get some serious about getting ready for work. Gross. But like, yeah, gotta pay the bills. I get it. All right. Well, I root for you, Doc, in getting the will to get ready for work. It is your Friday, so I know that the will is easier to come by. And you're gonna have the most boring day there is with your work day. It's gonna be so boring and drag on, but uneventful in every way, shape, and form. I'm crying right now. No, don't cry. You got this. You got this. It's gonna be great. Because nothing's gonna happen. Looks like we found a small tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. And I hope you don't have to go to the dentist. There we go. That's Akward Wife's new bar. Is your day is going to be great as long as you don't have to go to the dentist. Keep going. Still training a new hire. It's almost like going to the dentist. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were doing that new hire training. That's always rough. I can only imagine how it is in your line of work. Oof. Well, it's going to be uneventful, and your trainee's going to be sick today. Oh, that's sometimes the worst. 'Cause they don't know what they don't know, and they don't have the forethought to know what they don't know. Or that they don't know anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I train young people all the time, so it's literally my job as a teacher, but it can be a struggle. Definitely takes the right mindset, and reminding yourself that they're young is the right mindset for sure. You got this. It's going to be an uneventful day. Nothing exciting. You're just going to sit around all day. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good recovery day of work. She better pass the testing phase. Yeah, I get that. And hopefully then you don't have another trainee for like a little while. This area is too dark. There we go. All right. Let's finish this sucker right here. Seriously, I go back to my normal work location. Everyone begs me to stay. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. That's how, yeah. You know, working as an educator, I know that the students like me, but they have a weird way of always showing it. But every time I leave a place, that's when I know it the most, because that's just when it's most apparent. I think, you know. So it's always definitely a perk. Then they're all mad at me because I'm leaving, but they first show their love for like a week, maybe, if you're lucky. Teenagers, man, they're wild. But I also look at it as kind of that parent syndrome. Like, you're always mad at your mom in your teenage years, but then they come back in their 20s. Ain't that the truth? They come back in their 20s asking for advice. I've had so many students do that. Like, hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. What's up? How do I make videos? You took my class for 4 years and you don't remember how to make a video? I still remember how to tape ankles from when I was in sports medicine. Come on. And then I run them through it again. Why didn't you teach us this when you were a teacher? I did teach you that. Taught to you several times in 5 or 6 different ways. And we did projects with it almost once a month. You know, I'm not bitter. No, it's always fun. Especially the ones that reach out, because then I get to find out what they've been doing with their life. And it's funny how many of them, like most of my students never went to school for video making. And like, I don't blame them. It's not I would say it's not a common field. Hello, how did you get up there? It's a straight drop. Bro, knock it off. Thank you. Ooh, a carrot. I want the carrot. No, I don't want that. I got a carrot. And look, the Enderman's got a block. I still visit my music teacher from high school. In fact, my alma mater went to Disneyland to March and I immediately booked a ticket. That's so much fun. We did that with my wife and I when we taught the same school. We took a group of students to Disneyland to do a workshop on technical theater, and it was so much fun. So yeah, if you had any teacher, I will still say that if you have any teachers that like really resonated with you and you know how to get a hold of them, do it. It makes almost every teacher happy. In fact, my mom, for the longest time, from her first class, which was probably one of her worst classes, like she was literally in tears on the last day of school because they had like trashed her classroom when she brought him a cake. She had some students in there who she absolutely loved because they were just awesome people. And dried kelp. Oh, I've got kelp in my inventory. Shows I'm paying attention. And she had this one student who would constantly come back and visit her. And she was so proud of him every single time. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the heartache. Because, you know, I don't know. As a kid, I'll never forget walking into her classroom that day and her just full-blown tears. You know, but overall, she loved. That's the thing about teachers; they love their students as much as they love their own kids. And if they don't have their own kids, then that sometimes becomes even more so the case. And I think a lot of people don't realize that element of it. So I always recommend if you had a teacher who really made a difference, reach out to them. Say hello. Don't have to do much else. It can mean the world, in all honesty. An English teacher I love, but she wasn't very popular. I did too. My sophomore English teacher and junior English teacher. My sophomore English teacher, he was the only students who liked him were the cross country students. In all honesty, but that's because he was the cross country coach. But he taught me so much about just different, like it was the first time I had read very culturally diverse books, which was just really cool. It definitely influenced who I am today because he helped me see different people or different groups in different ways and challenge kind of my worldview in obviously a good way. And that was just really, really fun to be able to do. And has made me better at my career because of it. Ooh, that's what it is. These are all full. Okay, throw those in. Take that out. And then throw the wood in. Boom. Because why not? So, like, trolley from the and then my junior English teacher, she only taught 1 year. She only taught with my class, and by far just completely knew how to engage with students. And it's the teacher you imagine every teacher wants to be, kind of thing. And she was just a hoot and a half. But so her husband and her were trying to adopt. Okay, it is working. I thought it was just getting rid of them. And at that point, she decided they were able to adopt, but she couldn't make enough money to continue teaching, which happens all too frequently. So she left teaching after 1 year to take care of her child. And so in her case, I could never just tell her thank you. That was something I did on the last week of school, my senior year, is I sent an email to every single one of my teachers just thanking them. That's probably because I'm a son of a teacher and therefore know the headaches. Though not until I experienced it myself, probably not to the degree I saw. But yeah. I mean, I still remember to this day my freshman/junior math teacher and my sophomore math teacher to teach us radicals and something else. They shared so they were in a portable from the rest of the math department was in the main building, but these two were in a portable. And they were the only ones to teach the the gifted programs at the time. And they just did it from their little portable. And we were learning radicals, and radicals are a pain. But I remember my teacher just jumping and saying, "It's radical," just at random times during the lesson. And then the next year I'm in the class that of that teacher, and he literally would stop. He would be teaching us something, would stop, said, "Hold on, I need to listen for a second." And listened at the door until the teacher said a certain phrase, and then popped in and said, "It's radical." And then so I'm seeing it from the other side. And it's not like it had enhanced whatever was being taught. It was just funny. And I think that's important too. Sometimes you just got to be funny. Obviously, because this is stuck around with me for 20 plus years, almost 20 years. Nope, 20 plus years. My 23 reunion is in 2 years. We didn't have a 10th year reunion, so I'm not holding my breath or anything, but I don't know the name. You the guy, give it to me, baby. That was B-52s, I'm pretty sure. My music teacher used to sing, and he sounds like the other guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the B-52s. That's funny. It's a good song. I don't know any of the singers' names. I'm just pretty sure that's the band. Oh, it is. Okay. That's still kind of funny. Leaning on the joke. Yeah, it's kind of sad though how many of my teachers have passed away. My band teacher in junior high, my freshman English teacher, who was also amazing. I TA'd for her. During her she let me TA for her during her prep. Because I was trying to get out of a specific class that the teacher was trying to get me to drop out. I have to tell you about my Cali history teacher sometime. I'd love to hear about it. But you enjoy work. Be safe. Again, uneventful day. Trainee is going to do everything perfectly. Okay, that's unrealistic. But about 85% perfectly. Thanks for stopping in, Doc. And for those of you who are just lurking about, if this is your first time in an Akward family gathering, welcome in. Feel free to hit that follow button. We are currently on the Discord server's Minecraft server. So if you're a part of our Discord, the Akward Discord, you can join our Minecraft server and help us shape everything that is the Discord server. All you have to do is verify yourself as a human and agree to the rules, and then add in the Minecraft role, which, believe it or not, is a pickaxe. And you can hop in and join the Minecraft server. So that's all you gotta do. Otherwise, you can also continue to lurk, work, and twerk as your day goes by. I am currently working on leveling out this top part of the mountain. We're going to be adding more village houses here. Unfortunately, Akward's son was going to join this, but then we don't have a computer that he can play on at the given moment. I might just let him. I have to try and work it out on this computer. I know he really loves Minecraft, but he really likes creative mode and kind of doing his own thing, so that might be the he might have no interest in it anymore. He does love reading. Does love reading Minecraft build books though. And figuring out how they built these elaborate structures. Plays it for the creative. But I hope you all are enjoying your Monday, getting the work done that needs to be done. Oof. This thing just slowly. It's a slow process for sure. It's so hard not to just go into creative mode and just knock it all out in one hit punches. It's really about bragging at this point. I built this platform brick by brick in survival mode. Boom. Seems silly, but lo and behold, it's coming along. Come on, we can do this. Get it done. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday. I know I am. Yesterday we had a lazy day on Sunday, and I actually played, I think, like 8 hours of Wind Waker, which I haven't played since I was like 13 when it came out. And I forgot how good the game is. It's just good. It's just a fantastic game. It was actually one of the points that made me realize I wanted to buy a Switch too, was being able to play GameCube games specifically. Just gonna put some more torches down in these areas. All right. Takes forever to get through these points, though. Let's do some shoveling. I mean, for those who weren't, we actually took pictures. I took a lot of process pictures in the early days of the Minecraft server, because I was going to do like a whole journal of the progress. But this was all mountain. This whole thing was a mountain that was a little bit taller than that high point over there. And the community has done quite a bit in the time that we've had this running, which is just under a year we've been running this server. We did move it over a couple times. We've moved it a couple times, but it's the same file that started a year ago. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a quick... Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap it up for today. I've had some technical issues I want to diagnose and figure out what's going on. Just taking a look. So thank you guys for joining today. Let's see who we can... Who can we join? The wear cleaner. Grandpa, you find the funnest things. Let's see. Who all... Oh, you know what? Pike is playing Stardew Valley. We're gonna go raid over to Pike. Right now playing Words on Stream. But thank you guys for joining me today. I'll be back on Wednesday. There is the raid messages. Go ahead. Top one is for our followers. Bottom one is for subscribers. So copy the message that relates to you. Back on Wednesday with something. Oblivion. We're back on Wednesday with Oblivion. So be ready. Ready your pickaxes. We'll have a... But until then, thank y'all. Take care. Bye.